Hey everybody, welcome back to True North VR. Version 85 release notes did come out about a week and a half ago. I'm a little bit late to the game here, but I'm happy to see them. I wanted to go over them, talk about my experience with what I've seen so far, and just give you some news that, in my opinion, I think overall this is actually a pretty good update. Something that I haven't said in a while regarding updates. Usually there's a lot of bad things, but a lot of things are actually good. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I wanted to go through it and highlight some of the good things for you, and I'll link below those release notes so you can check the official ones out as well. The first thing though, a big positive, whenever you start up your Quest 3 or 3S, you get that Horizon feed showing up right away. They are now going to be taking that away. They've realized that people don't want it, people aren't using it. We want to get right into our libraries and get right into what we're doing. So that is going to be phased out, which is really good news. Then also in that same note, they are planning to be bringing back, because they kind of got rid of it, the new user interface, the new UI that is going to be used. I guess there's been going some updates with it here. It has rolled out to some people. I still don't have it, even though I did have it for a few months. I don't have it anymore, so we'll see if I get it back here with the public test channel that I'm a part of. But they are planning to go with it. So for us that were excited to have the old interface back, it sounds like they are going to be going with the new user interface. It says it's going to be updated even more, so hopefully some of those things that we were missing from the old UI will be incorporated with the new one. Another update that's big and that's positive for those of us who like just watching movies, watching games, all that kind of stuff, is when you are just watching, you can turn on the hide your hands so that it doesn't accidentally think you're trying to hand track and click on something. I've had times where I've been eating popcorn and I'll pinch my fingers to grab a piece of popcorn and it thinks I'm clicking, and it either takes me off the page or moves me forward or moves me backward in whatever I'm watching, and it gets frustrating. So I'm glad that they're incorporating this, hide your hands. And we heard rumors of this early in January, but they've come out with their Surface keyboard, a virtual keyboard that can be made on any surface. I've tested this out quite extensively already, done some speed tests with it, just used it on the browser. It actually works really well. I've been really impressed with it. I usually type at a speed of about 90 to 100 words per minute. With this, I was still able to get around 75 words per minute, so a little bit slower, but for a virtual keyboard, I was quite impressed with the ability on it. I'd made a video with some tips on it as well if you would like to check that out. I will link that for you below, but you can check out this new Surface keyboard. I do like it so far. Now on your Quest 3S, we have our action button here on the bottom. They've now allowed this to have different functions depending on if you short click or long click, which is really good. Why not make it more useful? Why not give it more than just one function, so that now that you can actually do things with it instead of just one thing. And now your Quest has the ability to scan apps for malware. This is just for security purposes so that you're not getting bugs on your system that are going to slow you down, take up RAM, maybe take up storage space as well. A nice addition to keeping our VR headsets clean of that and running smoothly. They're also adding a little privacy indicator, just showing what apps are using which things with little lights and stuff. For some of us, that might be important. When I allow permissions, I just assume that kind of those things are going on when I'm using the app. So they've updated their voice control so that you can go hands-free with two-dimensional panels and interaction so that you don't need to use the controllers. This is a lot more for the accessibility side of things, but I know some of my followers use these things often, so I'm glad that they're continuing to improve it to keep this accessible for a lot of people. With the new virtual environments that we have, we've been able to anchor things. We can now anchor that browser into our space so it always stays in that same spot. It's not getting reset, so that you can have your browser in your home environment a little bit more personalized for you. If you've ever tried to log into YouTube, to Google, and you've had to type in your long passwords or look them up on your mobile device or computer, sometimes that can be a little bit of a nuisance. So they have introduced Passkey available on your Quest to sign into some of those major websites. That's going to make things easier for you in order to go through and actually sign in to the services that you want to on your browser and on your device. Each individual part of this update isn't necessarily groundbreaking, but altogether I actually believe that this is a solid update, and I'm happy to say that for once instead of saying, I don't think this update is very good. I mean, going and taking out the Horizon feed is such a good thing, actually listening to us users. The new user interface, some people like it, some people don't. That's a mixed bag still. We'll see how that goes. The hands-free, so when you're watching shows or watching games, you're not actually getting hand-tracked and accidentally clicking on things. That's a really good update. Making the button on your Quest 3S have more functions than one is a good update. The virtual keyboard, the Surface keyboard, fantastic so far. I've had really good experience with it so far. Your malware, your voice control, all those things are making your Quest 3 and Quest 3S experience better. And so this has been a solid update so far. It's going to be rolling out to all of us soon, especially if you're into that public test channel. If you've tried some of these so far, I want you to share your experience with us below in the comments. Interested to hear from you. Thank you for watching this one. We'll see you next time here on True North VR.